As it so happened, Linda Kuiper, who is the councilwoman, is also on the Tea Party Festival committee. After Owen died, you know, she told us his daughters took over, so great. But then at some point she told us, oh, I have nobody. And so, you know, every week there was the story, we don't have a manager. I thought about it, and Michael said, no, you cannot possibly, and no, I cannot possibly. But I did anyway, because I have all these ideas and I have all these, you know, I don't want it to go anywhere. And of course, when Owen started it, we were very avant-garde, you know, we were at the forefront of things. But now there's farmers markets everywhere, and we may have the illusion that our farmers are our farmers, and yes, they are, but at the same time they go to many other farmers markets too. You know, we're not the only one that they're selling at or growing for. And so I think it's a great gem for Chestertown. It's a what a relaxing place to be on Saturday. What great produce and products can you get there? So I wanted to improve, and I always feel like, well, if you want something to happen, well, then you need to put your effort in. You can't then just say to other people, why don't you make that happen, right? I mean, yeah, no. So it was started, you know, as a way to not only highlight, promote, and celebrate the history of Kent County, which of course is a gem and is hugely important, but at the same time it serves as a fundraiser for our local community. So, and I'm not even talking about all the traffic that we get and people who go to restaurants and stay over for the weekend, or people who come here for the day and say, hey, this is a cool place, I'm going to come back. But we have a very strict rule that all the food vendors at the festival are local nonprofit organizations. So they're all churches, civic organizations, you name it. At the end of the day, if you tally up what the nonprofit organizations combined brought in over just the course of mainly Saturday, it's around $80,000 each year. And a lot of the churches use it to pay their mortgage. Civic organizations like the Rotary, the Lions, all that money usually goes back to scholarships for our high school students. So all that money stays within Kent County and is used for really good things. So we are kind of once again, kind of a weird entity, because if you go to other colonial festivals, most of them are actually tied to a museum or a national park. They have people on staff who put on these festivals. You know, they have paid people who can actually do this. This whole festival is entirely run by volunteers, and they have a definite theme to their festival. And so what I very quickly learned was that a lot of the colonial reenactors, or as they call them, also people who sell colonial wares, they're called sutlers or colonial demonstrators. They really want to go to very serious colonial festivals where there are not the artisans that we have on High Street that help finance the festival, you know, to a large extent. That's why we started the Colonial Village, which is around the courthouse, so that the people who are really serious and want to step back in time, that they can sort of have their own space and maybe not be so aware that there's other people, because apparently the two don't mix. Yeah. So the sutlers really want to be something that's just historical, that really focuses on just one historical event. And then the artisans, you know, they're there to sell their wares, and they're not necessarily historical. The thing is to highlight Chestertown, to highlight its history, and to make a great family event. And so I'm very happy that the Sumner Hall next door this year is going to be offering a lot of really cool programming, because I also feel very strongly that history is not just the history about, what the white political dudes kind of, what they did. In history, it's about regular people, everybody who lived here. So, and that, to me, that's the interesting part. For both the farmers market as well as the Tea Party Festival, we can always use more people, because it's just a handful of us, and we would love to have more volunteers. And with the